Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Fitbit Versa 2 and also the Apple Watch Series 7. I'm going to be going through the features, the battery levels, the ruggedness of them, and of course the price, and whether the Apple Watch Series 7 is worth that extra cash. If you enjoy my tech reviews and you want to see more, hit that pop-up banner that's just up there. You can also subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. It goes such a long way to help create more content, more videos, and more things for you to watch. You can also catch me on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter as well. I don't tweet that often, but hey, I'm on there anyway. Anyways, let's get into this comparison and see which watch comes out on top. Let's kick things off and compare how each watch tracks your health and activities. And, you know, I think personally that's really why people buy smartwatches. It's, you know, to track your step counter, how far you've walked, how far you've run, how far you've cycled, swam, etc. All those things. I think, yeah, generally most people buy a smartwatch for that reason. The Series 7 and the Versa 2 both monitor your heart rate when resting and during activities, your blood oxygen levels, and also your sleep pattern. The pair also have the ability to track your heart rate variability. With the Series 7, it's via their specific ECG app, and also via the Versa 2, you've got that sort of information via the metrics dashboard as well. When it comes to activity tracking, again, both watches can track metrics including your calories burned, floors climbed. They also give you that little notification as well to get up and start moving if you've been sat down for a while, which is, I think personally, with both watches, that's a really nice feature. If you're into more adventurous activities, you know, like cycling, swimming, sort of anything else apart from walking, you'll be pleased to know that the Series 7 and the Versa 2 have specific workouts for specific activities. So I think if you, on the Apple Watch and on the Versa 2, you can select your workout and it will specifically track your activities and your heart rate, all the other stuff I was talking about before, specifically for that activity, which is a really nice kind of addition to what you'd expect from a smartwatch. So far, the Versa 2 and the Series 7, with regards to health and activity, there isn't really much to separate them. The Series 7 does have an SOS hard fall emergency feature. So like generally if you're of the older generation, you might have a hard fall and you can quickly call emergency services, call loved ones, anyone that you need to come to your aid, really. That's quite a nice sort of added bonus to the Series 7 that the Versa 2 doesn't have. Let's have a chat about built-in apps and smartphone connectivity. When it comes to pairing your smartwatch, whether it's the Versa 2 or the Series 7, both are extremely easy. The iPhone has its designated watch app that's built into the iPhone, and for the Versa 2, Fitbit have a downloadable app that you can use and connect to. But one fundamental difference is that the Versa 2 can also pair with an iPhone and also an Android, whereas the Series 7 is strictly for the iPhone. Now, if you're a die-hard Apple fan that's only going to ever buy an iPhone, only ever going to use an iPhone, then that's absolutely fine, not a problem at all. Connect to your new iPhone, your old iPhone, no matter what, you can connect to it. But if you think that you might be changing over to an Android, then I would probably think a little bit hard on whether you want to go for a Series 7 Apple Watch, because again, you can only connect to an iPhone. If you bought an Android, it's basically useless and you can't connect to it. This leads me on one of the main reasons you might be buying a smartwatch, and that is responding to messages and calls on the fly. Any sort of communication you want to do, you can do it directly from your smartwatch. Now, this is really where the Series 7 leaps ahead of the Versa 2. Whilst both watches support iMessage, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and some form of response communication, you're very limited on the Versa 2 with their sort of quick response. This is only also supported on Android, so if you have an iPhone, you can't use that feature. You also can get a notification of when you're receiving a call, but you can't answer the call on the Versa 2. You only get that notification. Whereas the Series 7, as expected, makes and receives calls directly from the watch itself. You can also reply to messages solely using the watch itself. And if you splurge on the cellular version, you don't even need to have your iPhone with you. Now, one of the things that most people will look for with a smartwatch is the battery life, and obviously charging as well. Now, you don't want to have a smartwatch that you have to leave on charge for 5 or 6 hours, because then it renders it useless for that time, because you need to have it obviously on your wrist. Now, if you head over to the Fitbit website and have a look at the battery life, Fitbit state it will last 6 days on one charge, which sounds extremely impressive for a smartwatch, but it's simply not the case. Whilst the battery life is quite impressive, it's nowhere near as good as that. With around 6 months of use, I can safely say the battery life will last about 48 hours and then it will need to charge. Charging for the Versa 2 takes between 2.5 to 3 hours to charge from 0% all the way up to 100. The Apple Watch Series 7, on the other hand, will last around 15 hours, 1.5 days before you need to plug it in and charge it up. This figure is near enough spot on to what Apple state on their website, which is 18 hours. Now, I've had pretty much 18 hours use out of my smartwatch, and yeah, it's pretty much spot on. I think this is pretty impressive considering the larger display size and the fact that it's always on. It doesn't ever go into sleep mode, the screen never goes dark. Yeah, it's always on. Now, when it comes to charging the Apple Watch or the Versa 2, the Apple Watch is lightning fast. It will go from completely dead to 100% in an hour and 15 minutes. You'll get 80% battery in just 45 minutes. Let's have a chat about the water resistance of both these watches. One of the main selling points of both the Series 7 and the Versa 2 is that they are water resistant. In every aspect, the idea behind fitness watches is that you can use them whether you're swimming, whether you're in the shower. You can basically take them anywhere that you want to go, that you would go to normally, and still wear your smartwatch. The Versa 2 and the Series 7 boast water resistant features of up to 50 meters. Whether that's in seawater, in the swimming pool, whether you're standing in the shower, it shouldn't be a problem and it should handle it fine. In all honesty, the first time jumping into a swimming pool with a £400 Apple smartwatch, I'd be a bit hesitant, but it is safe to say that it would be no problem. I have seen some drastic destruction videos of the Series 7 Apple Watch. Put it in a pressurized container full of water, completely submerged, and it's come out and it's still functioning absolutely fine. So having a little swim with it on isn't going to be a problem. The same goes for the Versa 2. Now, with both these watches, they are absolutely on par with using them while swimming. So the Versa 2 and the Series 7 can come in a variety of colours and styles. The Versa 2 is offered in 3 colours, black carbon, stone mist grey and petal copper rose. These 3 colours look exceptional and have a really nice sort of matte finish to them. Nothing glossy or in your face or anything like that. It's just a really nice set of colours. Now, on the other hand, the Series 7 is offered in more colours, which include, let me just get this right, midnight, starlight, green, blue and red, but in the stainless steel material, also graphite, silver and gold. But also, if you want to splurge and go for the titanium material, that's offered in natural and space black. Whether you go for the Versa 2 or the Series 7, they both have a huge variety of options when it comes to the straps. There are quite literally hundreds of styles and finishes and materials and anything to go for really. So I can't really comment much about the straps because it is down to personal preference and what people like. Let's summarize. These 2 awesome smartwatches. The Versa 2 is packing some serious features that definitely rival the Series 7. In terms of its health tracking and activity abilities, it is up there with the Series 7, does everything the Series 7 could possibly do. Now, one of the things that is also, makes the Series 7 and the Versa 2 like for like is the water resistance and ruggedness. Now, both devices are water resistant up to 50 meters, which are on their websites, which they both claim. But yeah, I've yet to try these in both scenarios. I'm going on holiday soon, so I will try them both out and see how they fare. Wish me luck. But yeah, I think in terms of those aspects, they are definitely on par, hands down. But I think two things that make the price tag of nearly an additional £300 worth it is the fact that you can reply to messages and make phone calls and respond to your friends, and it has the SOS feature. Now, you would think that that's kind of like a standard thing that you would get with most smartwatches, but obviously the Versa 2 doesn't have that. And that is what you're paying for. You're paying for that additional feature. And if you go for the cellular version as well, you obviously don't need to have your iPhone on you. You can have it on your wrist, your watch on your wrist, and do everything from that. But I think if you're just looking for a watch that you want to track your steps whilst you're swimming, whilst you're cycling, playing football, if you're looking for a smartwatch which you can use for health activities, then there's no reason why you'd want to go for the Series 7 and not the Versa 2. I think when it comes to Series 7, you are paying for that Apple brand, and you're paying for those additional features. Now, I really hope you liked that comparison. I hope it was super helpful for anyone that's looking to purchase a smartwatch. And if you want to see more reviews, hit that link just up there and you can see some reviews on some other things that I've tried and tested. If you like my videos, please hit that subscribe button below. It really helps me out. I can make more videos, more content for you to watch. I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter. You'll see some behind the scenes footage and anything else I'm getting up to. Generally, I don't tweet, but I use Instagram quite a lot. So maybe head to Instagram if you want to choose between the two. But yeah, that's it from me. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.